Three.
One.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
What about this?
He's camera 4.
What?
You 2. Okay. Okay, y'all ready?
We ready? We ready.
So when we say on the air, then we recording.
And that's a good reminder if you put your phones on silent.
Mine is.
Put it on airplane mode.
So it's going live over YouTube now with the intro recording.
So one question, yo, we live right now. How y'all doing today?
Hold on.
Better in your presence, man.
Yeah.
Super blessed, my brother.
Super blessed.
Yes, sir.
We are here today for another episode of the Vague Show here at Uncle Mario Total Media Studio. Check us out. You know what I mean? We doing our thing right here in Las Vegas, in the city where it counts. Your chips and the money. That's how we do it. A lot of people don't like money. A couple of my friends be saying, Mike, quit saying that. You know, it ain't all about the
What?
money.
What?
And you have to go through it. But you know, we definitely here on a relationship show. And make sure
That's
you click
right.
subscribe, like, and share. I'm gonna introduce my guest. I got my man Trey Skills in the building.
Hey, hey.
Doing.
I got my man Marcus in the building.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, y'all know
Bless
I got my left hand bona fide in the building.
Oh boy,
Yes, sir.
we here.
And actually, you know, our cleanup man, Ricardo Love,
on,
you know,
come on, Rico
he's in the
Love.
building too.
Yes, he is.
And we want to give a big shout out to my man E. You know what I'm saying? Thank E for making all this possible. Oh boy. We gonna get right into this.
Y'all ready for this?
We got ready for
oh,
this.
man, this gonna be a heated
Y'all
one
ready for
today.
this?
Relationships, man. Some of that deep stuff that's going on in it, huh?
Yes, sir.
So relationships. We're gonna start off with one of the questions. How do you feel when you're in a relationship? When you're in a relationship and you ask your woman to do something, and she does it immediately. She's like, whatever you need, she does it. I mean, how do you feel when that type of energy is happening?
Me personally, that's something I like. You know what I'm saying? That's something that turns me on. You know what I mean? So she automatically start winning in my book. Sounds spoiled or something like that, but that's pretty much how I am and how I operate. So I kind of need my woman to be that type of way with me.
What you think, Marcus?
I'm gonna let Bowen go first on that
Oh.
one. 'Cause
That's a good sign. That's a good trait.
That's a good trait?
Yeah.
That's a good sign. That's a good trait. I'm gonna leave it at that.
So what you think?
Ask that question one more time, Mike. Let me think about
let's
that.
say,
While
let's
you
say,
asking that question.
let's say, you know,
Okay.
when you come home,
Mm-hmm.
your woman got your everything you need. I mean, from the bath water to the food,
Sir.
the rubbing your back down, the kisses, you know, jumping in your arms. How you feel about a woman being a woman like that?
Man, I think it's cool to have your woman spoiling you like that to a degree. But every day, you know what I'm saying? I don't think I have to do it every day because it's probably get like kind of nerve wracking. You know what I'm saying? But to each his own, 'cause everybody's different, you know what I'm saying?
Right, right.
'Cause,
Speak on it.
Bone, what you think, man?
No,
no, what you think about what he said?
Man, I agree. That's why I said what I said, because, you know, everybody got to do what works for them. You know what I'm saying? So that sounds like some good traits to have, but that man might not require or want that every day, or
Could you deal with
you
that
know.
every day, Trey?
I'm dealing with it every day. You know what I'm saying? I was raised on getting spoiled, man.
You must be from Northtown.
Definitely from Northtown.
Look at that. Look at that.
See, Northtown, it hit a little different, man. It hit a
Man,
little different.
really?
Yes,
Okay,
man, I tell you.
West Side baby, but you know.
Yeah. It hit a little different. So yeah, I mean, that's one of the greatest things, to be able to come home and have that feeling, and to get that feeling every single day,
Yes, sir.
all the time, every night. When you can't get that, then what's the other side of that? When you can't get it, when it's not happening.
When you gotta ask for it, when you gotta beg for it, when you gotta repeatedly,
Or maybe
bring it
even go
up.
next
Yeah.
door to get it because
Uh-oh.
she ain't giving it.
Okay,
I mean,
I want to.
that's how that all starts.
Trey, come
pretty
on.
much.
So for me, the way I was raised, man, to be honest with you, on the man side of things, not by my mother. So any things that we talked about that I'm very, very honest about, and I don't mind being super honest here, will be mostly from the style, the way I was raised with the men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My mom tried to come in and lay in her way, but honestly, I was just I was raised for a woman to cater to me. So
Come on now.
for me, that's just the way it is. And if I had a woman that wasn't doing that, either two things would happen. Either it would spark me to try to go a little harder to get her that way, or I'm gonna start looking at her like she ain't really into me. She's giving that to someone else. She's just giving me the little she want to give me. That's just the way.
Come
I
on
see
now.
things.
I love it.
Talk about
Hey,
it.
let me just take a step to Trey. You get that back?
Yes. Oh, definitely. Not in the same way. I spoil women in a totally different way from. What
Come
you
on
spoil.
now, speak on it.
I haven't had a woman that asked me to do those type of things. The way that I've spoiled them, they actually fall in love with that. You know what I'm saying? I think I've been pretty good at it because they look at it from the next dudes after me.
Man, we ain't gonna ask you for no secrets or nothing, man. But hey, if it's working for you, man, shout out.
Yes, sir.
Come on, Marcus, talk about it.
Man,
If she ain't spoiling you, or not necessarily spoiling you, she ain't doing the things that a woman should be doing, like having your meal cooked, you know, every now and then having the bath water read, massage, what?
that's back to the same thing. Like, it's cool. Some days it's cool. Some days a brother
So
just
with
want.
you, it's gonna be 50-50.
Right.
You doing
I
half
like
of this.
Because
and half of that.
I've been on always been like on a solo thing. Like, you know, even though I've been in a relationship, but even though I still do for myself.
Come on.
And I don't need no woman to do for me.
You hear that?
'Cause I was raised by a woman. You know what I'm saying? I come from my mom raised me a single mom.
That's cool.
You know what I'm saying? So my mom always taught me, like, you know, do for yourself, don't depend on no woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's how I was always taught and raised. You know what I'm saying? I'm from down south, but the ways and some of the ways that we, you know, our older generation took on is like, you know, don't depend on no woman.
Right.
You go out there and work. You go to
Man.
clean, cook.
What's two
you know,
different things though?
huh?
That's two different things though.
But it's not two different things because at the same time, I don't need no woman to spoil me like that.
Okay,
It's
so-
cool to a degree for some men, you know what I'm saying? But me, I'm not gonna have the connive. If a woman get to really spoiling you like that, you know what I'm saying? I mean, she's gonna want more out of you.
For sure, and that's why. I
And
was
if
saying
you
in
can't
a-
give
in a-
that to
in a
her,
different way.
right? So if you can't give her more, you know what I'm saying? Besides, you know what I'm saying, whatever it may be, you know what I'm saying? That eventually is gonna die down.
I don't know. I've been in some pretty
We in the new millennium now,
Yeah.
right? So the women thing's
the women
different
are
now.
changing. The women are
yeah, the
changing.
women
So
changing
I
different
agree.
now.
So what about
Changing.
what
But
about?
I got
Go
a
ahead.
question though, Mike. I'm gonna cut you off because the way he was coming off was like he don't need a woman. I don't either, bro. I was raised to take care of my own too.
Yeah.
But I also like, and that's from my mom. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm breaking down to two things. So I had my uncles that raised me a whole different way.
Right.
So when it came to how I dealt with women or how I looked at women to deal with me, that part came from the men.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So don't get me wrong, I understand what you're saying, but I feel like you said, it's each man.
Yeah.
So I
To
agree
each
with
his
that. I
own.
agree with
Yeah.
that.
And plus, I'm older.
So
man.
I'm gonna just throw this out there.
Yeah.
So would you consider a pimp, a pimp dude? Is he dependent on the woman?
I mean, in that lifestyle. 'Cause I mean, I'm from Las Vegas. You from Vegas. We come from that lifestyle, so we already knowing. And I hate to say it because we on camera right now, but it's real. It's reality. It is what it
Yeah.
is. You know what I'm saying? So I come
Oh,
from
yeah.
having a lot of women in my life.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So by me having a lot of women in my life, it caused me to think a little different about how
See, I'm
women
like
are.
that. I've had.
You know what I'm saying?
Sound like some West Side babies
I mean,
over
that's
there.
what it
West Side
is.
baby over there.
Sound like some West
I
Side
mean,
babies.
but then nowadays it's to the point to where, you know, it's so much relationship stuff going on, even with the poly thing, the poly game. Like,
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
me personally, like, I deal with women don't have a problem with another woman.
Come
That's
on.
how I always brought
You
up.
said
You know what
they
I'm saying?
don't have a problem with them?
No, I mean that's how cause I always had multiple women
Right.
in my lifestyle until I squared up. You know what I'm talking about? But I still, into this day and time, I deal with women don't have, you know, and I talk to women don't mind having another women come into the relationship. They'll try it.
Right.
Oh,
You know what
boy.
I'm saying?
So
I
starting off really young, you know, and having multiple girlfriends, multiple ladies in high school, junior high school, elementary. all of the girls like you because you fly or whatever.
Right.
I'm the guy that went to the prom in the 9th grade at Von Tobel with 2
He
girls.
said Von Tobel.
Nice.
Right. You know what I'm saying?
2
Yeah.
girls.
Right.
And they were 2 of the best of the girls. And y'all might know one of the girls is Yanni, which is Yanni and Shalon. Yanni was one of the girls, and she was like the prettiest girl at the school. The other girl was a girl named Nina. She had came from out of town, and you know, so
Speak on it.
so after that, we all went to Circus.
Right.
You know, and I mean, it was cool. And they was okay with each other. It wasn't like that, you know, they was upset or arguing. But what that did for me is the last day of school, all of the dudes wanted to jump on me, and all the girls were supposed to jump on it. That's what that led to.
Wait, the guys won't jump on you and the girls won't jump on her?
Right, because I was flossing too hard, and they didn't like how I was moving. They didn't like how I was getting down.
Jelly.
Jelly is what it
Man,
was.
that's 40-some years ago, man.
Yeah,
It
that's
is,
long.
but it's
But
live.
now
It is
it's-
real.
but
Now
nowadays
imagine
it's
what it is
different, though.
today.
Right.
You know, nowadays it's different. Like the whole relationship game to change. Even when you be on social media, you know what I'm saying. You see all the relationship
of.
stuff that goes on social media.
Oh,
You know
it's
what I'm saying?
crazy.
It's crazy.
Some of the stuff is it's people entertaining people,
It's
but
thirst
in the
traps.
real in the real of relationships, you know, we all know how a relationship's supposed to go, but a lot of people don't. You know, a lot of women think that they supposed to argue with their man. They think they're supposed to talk shit to their man. They think they're supposed to go at their man hard, and they think they supposed to be that alpha woman and stomp down, and not knowing that the man probably just there for whatever reason. But men don't like that. Not no real man. A real,
No, he's there to knock it down just for the temporary reasons.
you know, I've seen people to where, you know, they play with the knives, the
Right.
bottles, and all of this kind of stuff, and being upset behind the relationship, and they fighting every day. They arguing. She going to the club. He at home mad. You know, I got partners. You know what they tell me? Man, I'm finna go and fuck somebody's wife.
And dudes are doing that. Dudes are going out there hitting other, you know.
Right.
Yeah, and but it's bad on the woman because the woman is, you know, partaking in the action.
She in it. It's
Yeah.
all
Oh,
on her.
yeah.
It's all
So
on her because
she is the one.
she's in it.
Right.
It's all on her.
It's all on her.
The dude, he doing what he gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
That's who he is.
Absolutely.
And then she become that
And
person.
then all these women thinking dudes gonna be faithful, and that's the thing with the relationship. Because, I mean,
What is faithful?
that's what another thing. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I know how it is. Because like everybody think,
What is-
and a woman thinks she go find a better man
Right.
and keep it, but that man, the same man, is not gonna be much better.
you gonna run into 13 people,
Right.
and you still ain't gonna be able to find the right man.
You're never gonna find the right man or the right
You gonna
woman.
be to try to make this man feel like we talked about in the beginning.
Right.
The bath, the water. You gonna make him feel like, and he gonna be just running right through you.
Right.
Man.
So I got one question.
But you do have a solid woman. Every man gonna always have a solid woman that's
Absolutely.
gonna be on his team.
You
You know
do
what
got
I'm
a
saying?
solid woman.
Y'all-
on your
out
team.
of all
A
the
real
women,
good
you
man
gonna have a solid
a real
one or
good
two
man gonna
good
have a
women.
solid woman.
You know what I'm saying?
So how about the women that dated men and can't find another man because nobody compares to that man, and every time they looking for somebody, they looking for that same dude. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, women going through that all
well,
the time.
But
they
that happens to
follow
us too, though.
Huh?
That happens to us
patterns.
too.
Hell
No,
yeah.
patterns.
You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah, hell
That
yeah.
happens to us too. Like just having a real good woman,
Right.
bro. You can turn around and be looking for that chick, and every chick you mess, you know what I'm saying, the next
Right.
ones after that, and really realize 3-4 chicks later, like, damn, I'm still
looking.
looking for her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
so
right.
that goes both ways on that.
Yeah.
It could go both ways. I see
Look.
that.
Yeah, we all done had some good women that we done jacked off.
man,
We be like,
I was
man,
gonna
done
say,
tricked
man,
my woman off behind
I've
this
been blessed to
punk-ass
have
bitch
some
like-
great ones.
Right.
I'm gonna just say it like that, straight up. And to each his own, you know. But I really wanted to take it into even first base. I want to take it back to first base.
Let's see.
Like when you first meeting them, and especially now, we talked about how it is now, social media.
Oh, social media is ridiculous.
So, and you meet them on social media, and they always tell me, I want a real man. He got to be real. I want him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
they got the filters. When you meet them, when you actually meet them sometimes, if you meet women on
Absolutely.
social media
Yeah.
sometimes, when you actually meet them, they don't look like nothing the person that you
Face
seen
all
on.
scarred up, spots.
So man, I just wonder
Inch
really,
marks.
what's y'all take on the filters and the makeup and all of the extras?
Let's start with Trey on this.
Yeah, all the extras that women do
you
to
know,
beautify themselves. Let's say.
it then took to another level. You know what I'm saying? Because you have people doing dangerous activities to themselves to get a certain look, and that don't necessarily always do for me. Even though don't get me wrong, when I see a nice BBL walk by me, I'm gonna look, bro. You know what I'm saying? Straight up, I'm gonna look. But that might not be the one I want to kick it with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As far as my type of chick, but I don't know, man. It's because you got guys doing it now too. You got guys wearing toupees. Of course, that's always been there, but
Look at it.
now they more man units and you got all these different sprays that brothers wear now. So me being a barber, I'm seeing all of this.
Right.
What's the black black
That
ice?
that black ice, you know what I'm saying, or the dust. They got so many different variations of it, but and I know guys that wear beards and you know and with
They
the
can pull it
haircuts,
off.
They can pull it off. Beards look like yours, but
So-
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like,
So,
So,
Trey-
so one of my guys came to me and he said, "Man, how you do that shit?" I said, "What?" He said, "Man, how you do that shit?" So I told him, you know, I used the dye. He said, "No, that shit ain't real. That shit fake."
That's about your beard. He said it was fake. Yeah.
I said, "No." So he grabbed it like he really thought he was gonna pull it off.
yeah.
Yeah.
No,
We was at Marcus's. We was at Marcus's club. One of my chess guys that I play chess with. We cool. You know what I mean? But so he in there full of his. You know, he drinking and
He probably always wanted to say
Say
that
it,
though, bro.
full of
right.
He probably always thought it was fake.
Yeah,
for
right.
real, you know what I'm
So
saying?
when he was on
That's
his-
a compliment in a way.
It was a compliment.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
compliment in a way.
absolutely.
Like,
Yeah.
that shit looks so good. They thought it was fake.
Right, right.
Shit.
It was definitely a compliment. I took it like that.
Marcus, what about you, man? On the filters and the extra, the makeup. What's your thoughts on when you meet women with all that? And
Me personally, I don't like a woman with a bunch of makeup on, caked up. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm more into the natural. You know, but as far as a woman trying to go through transformation and better herself and better her look, I don't have no problem with it because everybody's getting, you know, the body transformation. You know what I'm saying?
I was
But that's
gonna
just what
ask y'all
society
about that
brings.
next.
I mean, that is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But just to overly do it with the makeup, that's why I be like, one of my partners, she, you know, I tell her all the time, like, these females be on IG,
Wait a minute, hold on. He said one of my partners.
but they be on IG. You know what I'm saying? They pack the makeup on, but I be like, you got to wake up to that.
Right.
You got to take that off.
She might beat you up though, bro. She might get up before you.
Who?
She might.
No, I'm just saying.
I'm saying, if you wake up at 5, she might wake up at 4:30 and put it together.
I hope
you never
not.
seen it messed up.
I know, like, come on.
that's some
hope
that's
Baby,
some
look, we gotta make a
Hey,
deal. You just gotta
So
wake up
so
before
you
me. You, know
you
what I'm
call
saying?
her and she ain't dialed
Get
up,
that
baby.
face
I'm on my
together.
way to come get you. Oh no, stop it! Don't come yet.
Yeah, don't
But it's
come
no,
yet.
I mean, I don't have a problem with a woman. You know, I mean, I love a woman that try to, you know, keep herself looking
Right,
on point. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? One of the things I like about a woman, especially somebody that I would be in a relationship, I want a clean woman. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? First of all,
Oh, hygiene?
I mean hygiene. I
Come
mean
on,
just
man, I
you know,
love that.
good.
Yeah,
You know.
a woman got to have her hygienes right.
Yeah, and
all
then
that, yeah.
you know, I like a woman with nice feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm a
Somebody
feet
that
man,
don't look
too,
like she had a
yeah.
bunch of miles running around. You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
I'm a feet person.
Yeah,
I got a
I like
footed
a
steak.
nice.
And you know, I like somebody that take care of their skin. You know,
Yeah.
somebody that
Yeah.
and also got a little workout in them.
Yeah,
You know,
the health
somebody
part
that
of it.
Big.
yeah, yeah,
That mean you care about yourself.
yeah, absolutely.
To me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, you care about your shit. I mean, you believe
I
in.
A woman got to
love-
be on the health game because I do health and wellness. That's my business. So a
Yeah.
woman have to have her. And I'm a vegetarian, so I be like, that's the first thing I'm gonna be on you, like how you eat.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? How you take care of yourself.
Right.
All that. You know what I'm saying? Do you work out? I mean, and then I'm spiritual too, so a woman got to be on the spiritual game because
Right.
that's not gonna work. We're not gonna be, you know, long that together that long anyway.
The longest relationship you ever been in, you said 16 years.
Yeah.
Do you
on.
see another relationship where you'll be in that relationship that long? Do you see another one coming, or is it all over?
Well, I'm 54 now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in my retirement years.
Man, you ain't had no job. No, I'm
He said he in his retirement years, man.
Hey,
You
I'm for real
said the
talk.
longest he had a relationship was 16 years, and he's 54 now.
So you said
and he in
it
his
ain't going down.
retirement year, man.
It ain't going
happening,
down.
man. It ain't happening. It
So-
sound like it ain't
No,
happening,
but
man.
that's why I keep my health game tight. Cause I mean, as I get older, I'm not gonna feel older. I'm not gonna look older.
Right.
Come on.
And I'm gonna live longer.
Come on.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm
Speak
saying?
on it.
That's real game.
That's why I always tell myself like, it's not about the woman to me. You know what I'm saying? Even though I got some cool females that I deal with, but it's all about me getting myself financially set and free.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Cause I tell my homeboys them all the time, like, man, nigga, y'all out here chasing these women broke. Get your money right, nigga, and you gonna have
bread
all
right.
the women
Come on.
chasing you.
Come
Gotta have
on.
bread right.
Why are you up
Hey,
here
that
chasing
story,
the woman broke,
Hey,
that story go
they
around and
want
around the
I
world.
be
They
like,
want
dude,
the honey.
Hey, we want the money.
The days of the cool part about it, we lived some cool times that where macking was really cool, and
Right.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back in the
You know,
day.
back in the
yeah.
day, we
Come on.
man, we go somewhere, man. Let's see how many numbers you get.
Ma-
Yeah, right
Real
on.
competition
Come on,
between each
man.
other, right? So
Yeah.
it was fun.
Come on.
It was
These kids are never gonna have this.
Nah.
This next generation, man, bro, the social media got it all wrong.
Oh,
Twisted.
man.
Yeah,
I'm saying?
so even in relationships, when people see what you said, they see all that crazy stuff with the relationships on social media. Say a 6-year-old person see that and she's entertained to see this. So she a little girl. When she get 10 and she get her boyfriend in school, she gonna act like what she's seen.
Oh, man.
She gonna reenact all of that, and it's just gonna
She
rethrow it
already
up
see-
all
she
over
already
again.
seeing it at home. That's why it's being allowed
That's
to
why
be
it's being
seen on
absolutely.
TV.
Yeah.
She already seeing it at home.
You know, one of the things in a relationship for women, you don't supposed to talk all hard to your man. However you're feeling, you got to know how to be in a long-term relationship. You can't just talk to a man and think that you the boss and you finna cut his throat. And knowing you can't whoop the man, the first thing you do is call the police. As soon as he
Call the police quick.
bark at you. So I just wanted to put that out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I do got a question now. Do y'all feel like the good females that you guys have, that you guys consider good females, do you guys feel that they were groomed to be who they are?
Ooh.
Well, I'm gonna
Let's
say
say
this.
that's good.
I'ma say this.
Before we go any further on that good female thing, every female got her good side to herself when it comes to a relationship, cause ain't no female perfect. Even a good female got flaws.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
That. And I can honestly say that, bro, because I mean, I lost a good woman, but her ass still had flaws, though. She wasn't perfect. You know what I'm saying? And she felt that she was perfect. You know what I'm saying? That's all relationship. When a woman and a man break up, the woman always gonna put it on the man.
Man.
But it was something that you was slacking at home that caused a man to do what he did do. You know what I'm saying? And I tell people all the time, there's two things in relationship that fucks a relationship off: money and sex. Money is first. You know what I'm saying? Sex is second. You know what I'm saying? And if a woman's slacking at home, what a dude gonna do?
He
That's
gonna
why-
move around.
That's why it's so much cheating going on. You know what I'm saying? In relationships these days. You know what I'm saying? Because a man is not being satisfied at home.
Absolutely.
I'm just being
That's
honest
real
with
deal.
you. I'm
That's
just
real
being
deal.
Straight up.
Hey.
That's you speaking for everybody, for myself for sure right now.
Yeah.
I that's something I say all the time.
Yeah, I'm just being straight up. You know what I'm saying?
Now I'm gonna ask you,
And that's why a lot of people
how
lose
can
their
he
relationship.
be
How can he be what?
satisfied at home, like all the way? You talking about like all
But-
the way?
But I mean,
How can we
I
be
gotta.
satisfied?
But when you got a woman like a woman that's really sexual, but as a man and as a king, we always want more. And that's our
That's
problem.
what I'm
like,
saying. But that's what I'm saying.
Our appetite is so damn,
Oh,
No,
wow.
it's just the way we wired though.
and we're wired that way.
Because
Come on, man.
the reason I said that is gonna be enough. Because I'm like, any one of us, bro, do not want steak 4 days in a row.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
right.
It's gonna be steak again. No matter how you cut it up, twist it,
It's still steak.
again.
Right.
Ooh.
Steak again. So
One of the things.
But they got to be different though. They got to be
one of the things
changed
about
up, though.
one of the things about the good woman,
It's
like
still
you
steak.
say,
It's
there
still
is
going
nobody
cheap.
perfect. There's not one perfect lady out there.
No, ain't nobody perfect.
But I tell you this one thing about having a good woman, somebody that's going to take care of everything that they need to take care of, you know, and be there for you.
Right.
Somebody that's got your back, going to support you, and somebody that's following your dream. Being in a relationship for a long time, you have to know how to compromise.
Say that.
Also, you have to know how to give and take at the same time.
Yeah.
But you can't allow the disrespect or the dominance. But the women should, as a woman, a real woman, she would already know not to even approach the man in that
Yeah,
way.
In that way.
When you see these families that are been in relationships for like 60 years, you know, some
Yeah,
of our
old
friends,
school,
mothers
right.
and stuff like that,
Yeah.
and then you figure, how did they do it? You probably seen their daddy. He probably moved all through the city. Probably was at the tavern and everything.
Yeah.
Come on.
But when you see them today, they cuddled up, they armed up. Everywhere they go, they're together. Where you see some women that, you know, now they single and they like 17 or they 25 or they 39. And you know what a lot of them say? Oh, I'm waiting on Jesus.
Right.
I'm waiting on Jesus. What you waiting on Jesus for?
Right.
I mean, how is Jesus going to satisfy you and do? But you know what? They're so brainwashed that they don't even have a clue. They don't understand that in order to get a good man, you got to be a good woman. That's it.
Okay, now, look. So now, man, you went right there. I was gonna ask y'all: do y'all believe in the law of attraction?
I love
Of course.
it, and I definitely
Of
believe
course, we
in it.
believe in
Come
law
on.
of attraction.
Come on.
Of course. That's your
That's rich
your
thinking.
mind. That's your whole.
Hey.
that's
That's
the
everything.
data behind
I
it.
mean, you know, but some people don't even. They still not woke.
It's the secret.
Or conscious.
That's
You
the
know what I'm saying?
It's the secret.
And we
You
say,
know about that.
We say, look.
You know about that. You know
course.
about
Come on.
that.
Just like the saying, communication is the key. Okay, communication is 50% of it. Comprehension,
Is the key.
understanding.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Having an understanding. Because you can communicate all you want to each other. But if you don't, or one of the others don't understand what you're talking about, you know, or don't understand, because you can agree to disagree, but you got to have some kind of understanding.
I totally agree. I always say that to people when they say that communication is key. I stop them like, nah, it's comprehension, because we can say anything to each other, but if you don't get it,
If you don't
you know
get
what
it,
I'm saying?
you never hear what I'm saying.
Oh, man.
Best thing I heard today was it was crazy because I was just listening to Charleston White.
Okay.
But he had a sister on there on
Love
the
it,
interview, and but her interview just made sense, right? And she was just saying like all her kids are married, you know what I'm saying? But in the process of them being married, she always told them, you know, make sure the person that you're gonna shack up with believe in God. You see what I'm saying? And when she said that, and then she said, because a person in a relationship, when we make, 'cause I don't care what, like her, she's talking about her and her dude. She said, I won't never leave my man. I don't care if he cheat or anything. I went to marry him. We made our vows to death do us part. Whoop whoop whoop. She said, but to keep our relationship strong, two people can't have a negative spirit in the house. You know what I'm saying? So when he's down, I'm praying for him. If I'm down, or he's praying for me. You know what I'm saying? Because if both of us down, we both gonna be down.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So one is praying, another one down. Eventually, that, you know, if you're a godly man and love and God is always gonna outweigh any of
Got
that.
that
You know what I'm
balance.
saying? The balance is gonna be there. So God, goodness, positivity, whatever it is always gonna outweigh the negative or the badness in our lives. You know what I'm saying? I really believe that because I'm a spiritual man. I tell people all the time, like, prayer changes things.
Come on, man.
You know what I'm saying? Even in I pray for my family all the time. I pray for the girls that I deal with. I pray for my ex. You know what I'm talking about? 'Cause I'm telling you, like,
That's real love.
if you left me hate, I'm not hating. I'm gonna still send love out to you. And every time I'm praying, and I pray every day, a couple times a day, I'm always gonna put my ex in my prayers. I put, you know what I'm saying, the women I deal with, my partners that I deal with. I got 3 main women that that I really got feelings for. You know what I'm
Breakfast,
saying?
lunch, and dinner.
But I do say my prayers,
Right.
and ain't hating on nobody, because I'm like, I don't care if you left me, we're not being together. I'm not hating. You know what I'm saying? Even though you left in bad spirit or bad, whatever what your intentions was, my step is I'm gonna always stay praying. You know what I'm saying? And my spirit's always gonna be straight.
That's the believing in the powers upstairs and
Come on.
knowing that spirit is great. We're gonna get ready to close the show out, and the way we do this is we got my man Ricardo Love.
Rico
He's the
Love.
one who listens to everything we talk about.
Relationship expert.
And he's a expert, like my man Bone say.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna give us an overview, 2 or 3 minutes, and we're gonna close the show out, man. It was great having y'all on the show, man. I think this was a great topic, and we had so much more that we could have got out.
Oh, yeah.
But we're gonna definitely bring my man Ricardo Love to the camera.
Hey, and before he come, man, just so they know again, man, let them know. What's the longest you've been in a relationship? One person.
With one person, 30 years. But I tell you, within the 30 years, there was a gap of 7 years of missing and then back.
Okay, so.
Yeah, mine was 24, and like him, I had a small gap too, probably like 4 years, like it's 4-year gap, and then link back.
Oh, yeah. And over here, almost 22 years, almost 19 years married. You know,
Straight.
straight.
That's strong.
Straight. Maybe one night out.
One night.
A half a night.
Yeah. Me personally, mine was like my longest is 16 years, 15,
Right.
16 years.
So, yeah. Okay.
You know, that was really my first square relationship. Cause I never really had no square relationship.
Look at that.
I mean, it is. You
Keep
know,
it in 100.
Yeah, I'm just being real.
That's how it
This
is,
my
man.
first square relationship was.
So when I speak on that, so that we talking about just regular square, like just one person, that's it.
I mean,
I was
it
with-
doesn't matter if you was with someone, but if you was with that one person,
Yeah.
Because I was with that one person.
But I had other.
you
So
know
like
what
my
I'm saying?
son,
You know what I'm saying?
my
Like, at the
son
same
got married.
Right, right, right.
So, but we just saying that one situation, like with no other people around, then I have to say 4 years.
So my son got married, but he always had this picture of this little boy, you know what I'm saying, this other girl's kid. This is my friend's kid, right? This is why he was with the woman that he married. So as soon as they got an annulment, they wasn't married no more. You know, the girl with the picture, she became pregnant and she got twins, and now she's been around, and she like to say, I'm the one that was kept what nobody could see.
Look at that.
So yeah, we in relationships, you know how it go, man. So yeah, Ricardo, you coming on?
Ricardo Love, y'all.
This camera on right here.
Enjoy the vague tone. That's dope.
Right on the Vague Show.
So everything you guys said is valid because it's how you feel. It's how a lot of men feel, and it's a cultural thing. I have to do a little pushback on some items. Okay, it doesn't mean I'm right. It doesn't mean it's about what's agreement. So it seems a lot of you equate longevity with success. I do not. I believe a functional, loving, and whole relationship is what's successful. Many of you talked about long relationships, but there was infidelity in between.
Yeah.
Now, if you have if you have an open relationship and you have an agreement with the sister, and she agrees to this, then there's nothing wrong with that. I could have heard it wrong, but I thought that. What's your name, brother?
Trey.
Trey, I thought you were saying, and a lot of y'all co-signed, that it's a man's way. He said something about you don't want steak every day. You don't want steak every day. So the paradigm is that a man, we got to have more than one relationship, one woman to be satisfied. And in the African culture, we talked. We had a poly situations.
Yeah.
You could have multiple wives, but that society was set up in a way that it supported that.
Yeah.
You have a few brothers and sisters here trying to have poly groups, and they have arrangements, and it's more difficult for them to have poly arrangements than it is probably for people to be monogamous, because they have to have an understanding. So any agreement between any man and woman that is done in honor and with arrangement, without deception and with wholeness, I can't say that. Monogamous may have been brought about through certain religions and through certain subcultures or whatever. We can argue that all day long. However, if you enter a relationship and you got to have an understanding right off the top. what is the parameters of our relationship? If the parameters of our relationship is that we have openness and you can, some people, some women
Where the
go for that.
relationship going? Where we going with this?
Well,
That's,
some
that's
women,
what you want that girl to know.
Exactly. Some women are okay with that. As long as you don't bring that disrespect in my house. You go, what you do out there, you put a condom on you. You know, they have their parameters.
Yeah.
So if she agrees to that, then hey, that's between you and her.
Right.
However, anytime you put your thing in the womb, you putting your seed potentially with condoms or whatever. I'm on, baby, don't worry about it. I'm on protection, so on and so forth. There's a potential for a life to be born, and for a person to be born without a father, without an ideal situation, because the man is important in the house.
Absolutely.
And the woman is important in the house, and there's a balance you guys talked about. So if we make these choices, there's consequences and repercussions for everything we do. It's dominoes being pushed in everything we do. And so back to a man not don't want a steak every day. If you're really gonna have a whole relationship, then you become my best friend. We have common interests. We building together. Maybe we buying property together. So it's not just about the sex. And then I think there's a maturity that comes in age sometimes, but sometimes you got Negroes 90 still chasing like they're a little teenager. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
So it's a choice to an extent. Your libido still might be high, but you put on what's important to you and what's not important to you, and you make those. You know, it's important to me to have a whole relationship to model to my children, for me to be committed to this woman, and so on and so forth. If I don't want to be with one woman, then I have to find a woman who is open to that. And if she open to that, are you gonna let her do that, or just like one way? And a lot of women will go for that. So deception is the end thing. No deception, it's all good between two consenting adults.
Right.
That's all I have to say about that.
Hey,
I can dig it.
Rico Love.
Bon, tell him thank you, man.
Hey, Ricardo Love, man, y'all got to give it up for him, man. That's our relationship expert, man,
Yes, sir.
here on the Vague Ringtone, man, giving us them gems and jewels every time.
Okay, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all catch the next show on relationships. We can talk about anything. If you like to be on the show, you like to be one of the sponsors, make sure you contact us. Leave a comment box, leave your number, email, and we'll get back with you. So we're going to get ready to take y'all to another level.